and this is December period. So your instant body wash, your whitening instant body wash, it's very, very effective.
So today I'm going to be talking about colorism again, but mostly this new skin bleaching technique that is just completely crazy. I'm going to show you guys that video first and give you guys some alternatives to skin bleaching and give you guys some alternatives to skin bleaching and give you guys some alternatives to skin bleaching, and I'm going to talk about my experience with attempting to skin bleach, why I'm going to talk about the inferiority complex of black women, dark skinned women, and my experience being bullied and just struggles of being a black woman in America and in general, even in Africa, because this situation is so played out in the black and African/black community. It is just sickening. So I do want to talk about some certain topics like the Megan Thee Stallion situation with the white rapper G-Eazy, and then Tika Sumter's.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rucha HaQuadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Also sincere shalom to the elect. Also shalom to the other Akim, you brethren, you few sisters that's following the truth. Shalom. Okay, I want to go in this video. It was inspired off the elder Elder Manata Zatba, the brother and elder who gets a lot of these controversial videos as well. But I just wanted to touch on it and just go into the fact that even when you go back in the 50s and 60s, even further back, Jake was trying to lighten his skin or straighten his hair to try to fit in. Okay, so I will also say this is a product of Christianity. When you're a young boy or girl, and I remember going into the Christian church, I saw a white Jesus up and hanging on a cross. And then we also always told that the color don't matter. It's who you are, is the spirit, is the flesh. Jesus don't deal with color. But yet they got the color of white Jesus up in the churches. And this is the destruction of our people who are destroyed. This also proves that black culture is dead. And I think that black culture was never really thriving. It was set up under false pretenses anyway, as you can see, because black culture, Jake was blowing the hell out of each other back then, snitching on each other, trying to hurt one another, committing adultery on one another. I mean, there's no such thing as true black culture. Now, I want to also get into this woman here who says she was stereotyped, and it's such a hard time for a black woman in the society, as if the black men, we don't have a hard way to go. We don't worry about having to be called black in this, our skin color dealing with black skin being dark. And it's because of the pride and the arrogance and the carnality of wanting to be beautiful and what you perceive beauty to be. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but when I was younger, and men just liked it women. It wasn't really about their complexion. In some cases, you had men say, hey man, I like light-skinned women. But the dark-skinned women were never really left out. I don't get that part. Unless they was, you had that stereotype, you're overweight and you're big and you're a black woman, you caught it the hardest. But in this day and age, in this era, the black woman is thriving. I don't know what the complaint is. How do you continue to complain and you're thriving in the society, looking down on your counterpart, so to speak? I don't get the complaint. And this woman is kind of young that made this complaint. I don't think it would make a difference if she's a little darker or a little lighter. To me, through the spirit, I think maybe she just not happy with herself and what everybody else thinks and other women think. I always said that women tends to be in competition with us as men, but they're also in competition with each other. Just what I see. So to them, they might get in an argument or a fight, and somebody might call them a black this and black that. Proven fact that my own son second son, who's dark skinned, you know who he caught the most hell about being so-called black? The black woman. The black woman would say that they like lighter skinned men. So if anything, it would be the black men, the so-called black men, that always caught most of the hell. We're the heads. So I don't get the complaining and the crying. And if it's so much about black this and black that, then why do you see the black woman upholding the philosophy that she upholds? I can't really go into that, but she don't want to be with the so-called black man. So why you care so much about black culture? You had this woman Holly Berry who marries a so-called white man. I don't know if he a Jake or not, which now she's married back messing with a black man again, who knows. But she got pissed off because the white man had a different culture than she had, and she felt like she needed to teach her child more of her culture than his culture, as if, like the black conscious community say, black dominates, as they say. But the man is the one to carry the seed, so that child needs to learn the culture of the father. But when you say the black woman is the queen and this is where it goes, then she will never consider the husband or the father. And this is where we are today. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send thee against thee in hunger and thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and in want of all things. You know, that's us. We can't be, and this is a society, especially with so-called black culture. I'm proud of my blackness. I'm proud of my blackness. I hear women say that all the time. I'm proud of my blackness. Then why do you see this going on? This woman Serena Williams said, you know what? I want to be white. I want to have blonde hair. I want to be white. This is a product of slavery. No matter how you look at it, this is a product of what happened to us. That is a product. Okay? So, at any rate, it says, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Right? So, if it was up, I don't know. Again, the need for the black woman to seem successful in a society, you know, I would think, and I'll try to keep this clean, I would think if you want to be a certain way, you want to sound a certain way, you want to look a certain way, then maybe you should act a certain way. I mean, if you're going to play the part, play the whole part, is what I say. Play the whole part. Deuteronomy 28:28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness, blindness, and astonishment of heart. And when you go to words astonished, it goes back to bewilderment and stupefaction, which go to stupid. And stupid means slow to mind, obtuse. Okay? Unreasonable thinking or acting, lacking in intelligence, brutish. You go to obtuse, right, which I went to that word before. It goes into lacking sharpness or quickness of sensibility or intellect, insensitive, stupid, difficult to comprehend. Okay, and this is what you would go to when it comes to Jakes. I was talking to a senior citizen, Jake, so to speak, and I told him about the thing that's happening. I said, man, it's not a good idea to do it, and I explained to him. He comes back and says, well, I done already got him. So everything went into one ear and out the other. This would be obtuse, you know. This would be obtuse, lacking sharpness, quickness, sensibility or intellect, difficult to comprehend. And this is what's up with Jake. And this, you can blame this for the religious system, you know, the religious system, the judicial system plays a factor in that. the educational system, let's just say Babylon altogether, because then you have these high-strung, arrogant people, let me say that, keep it clean, high-strung, arrogant, carnal people who think they're the most beautiful creatures that walk the face of the earth. But then they have such a low self-esteem that they will do anything to reach that height of what they call so-called beauty. If that's not confusing enough, right? If that's not confusing enough, and this is the madness. I just wanted to do this short video. Not much to say on it. I just wanted to hit the points and do a short commentary on it and filter it through the scriptures, because these are all the curses. That's all I have on that. Shalom.